as we're going through the pastoral planning parameters document, we need to look at the parameters dealing with the priest workload. What should parishioners expect of their priests? And as priests, what are the things that we should be focusing our time upon? So in this video, I will look at the first part of the priest workload, and the next one I'll look at the second part. So the first priority of priests and how they should use their time have to do with the things that only priests can do. And so these are going to be related most specifically with the sacraments, since a number of the sacraments, only priests are able to do those sacraments. So the first thing, not surprising, is presiding over masses, right? Sunday masses, weekday masses, and here it's also mentioned funerals. The document itself doesn't mention weddings specifically, though some weddings are within the context of a mass, whereas other weddings are not. It also mentions confessions, as a priest is the only one who can hear someone's confession and absolve them of their sins. Also, the anointing of the sick. Once again, this is a sacrament that only priests can do. Sometimes we get asked, can the deacon do that? No, they're not ordained with the ability to be able to do the anointing of the sick. Only a priest can do that. The deacons, of course, can make visits to the homebound, which relates to the next one, sacramental visits to the sick and the homebound. Now, with regard to going and visiting someone to anoint them, as well as to bring the sacrament of reconciliation, that's certainly tied into visiting the sick and the homebound to bring them those sacraments, because no one else can do that. But this doesn't mean that we shouldn't also have our deacons and even lay ministers going and visiting those that are sick in the homebound, to bring, for example, communion, especially maybe on Sunday, where the priest might not be able to do that on Sunday because he's driving to the various places to be able to go and do Sunday Mass. And so others, though, can bring communion to the homebound, and they need to be trained so that they can find out if the individuals are seeking a priest to come and visit, especially so that he can bring sacraments like the anointing as well as reconciliation. And then the final one under the top priorities is priestly support of the pastoral vision. So it doesn't go into the details in this list as to what is meant here, but if you recall, we have the vision of the Archdiocese, one church encountering Jesus, equipping disciples, living mercy, all to lead up to the big goal of forming our parishes into missional communities that go forth and share the gospel and bring others into the faith. And so the priest has to lead people in doing this. And so that's what this one refers to, priestly support of that vision. So it doesn't go into the specifics of what those various tasks would be that the priest is doing in support of the pastoral vision. And so hopefully we'll consider that in a future video.